And that's what he did. So we're back to the cut break there with Joven.
Wow, I am surprised.
He changed it around against Shane Van Boening earlier because he likes to break with the head ball. And then he switched over, and then at the end against Shane Van Boening, he went back to the head ball. So.
Yeah, it's got such a good front ball break, but we didn't. So's Tom Cousins, and we see him do the same thing. So, I guess there's a game plan there, but you can't knock it because look at this layout. Great opportunity to start with a run out here. I guess the transition from top to bottom, 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 8 in the middle. 8 looks guarded, but it goes comfortably. So, should be a nice, good chance. Well, that was a surprise. And the Tom Cousins kind of flowing, really. That's felt very similar to what we saw in the previous match with Craig Waddingham. It's all going Tom Cousins' way right now. And I know we're 0-0, but he's just flowing off the back of the previous match.
Yeah, and he's got the pace of the table out here now as well. I mean, you're hoping against hope, playing Tom Cousins and thinking that he might miss a ball in open play because he just doesn't. But he's also, I was saying earlier when Stephen Wyatt and I were in the comments for the last game, it's not just he's a good potter, he's a brilliant thinker.
Yeah, he gets
he sees some very, very intricate and clever little ways to kick balls out. Fantastic player.
I think that side of his game's heavily overlooked. Brilliant stuff from Tom. Starting at 9 a.m, it is now 9 p.m.
Absolutely
and 12
crazy.
matches and roughly an hour a match. I promise you, she has not been off the table for more than a couple of moments, and she's already underway against Amy Beecham. It's incredible, and also worth pointing out that Ilo Kibaroglu is waiting in the final. So.
And she's already landed a title today.
Yeah, she's already got one title today, yeah.
Bidding for a second, and that will be the double-double.
The double, yeah, she did.
Phoenix, Arizona, she landed both the junior and the women's.
Played Amy in the final of the women's and was able to get over 5 times English pool world champion. 3 great players left in that event, though.
That's very true. But it's an incredible feat for Savannah Easton just to be playing that long.
Yeah, the stamina is insane.
The only times that we get that sort of thing in the UK is when they're doing it for charity.
Yeah. I did a 24-hour charity marathon once, and that was draining. She's doing it in high-level league tournaments. It's incredible.
Under pressure.
Yeah, while we're talking about that, Tom's made this layout look pretty easy.
Just having a little check. Why not? Probably a little bit annoyed with himself that he's left himself bridging slightly over the 13, but it's not going to stop him potting the 8. Wow. This is what was happening to Craig Waddingham, to be fair, in the semi-final. Getting nothing. And Tom, I was over when I went to watch him play Savannah Easton when we were on that small break. And he wasn't getting any balls over there. He said, I can't buy a ball. He said, hopefully it changes when I get out into the main arena.
Yeah.
And It's now his opponents that can't play a ball.
I mean, and at this level, that can be the difference. It's so tough. Joven can't get into the match right now. Obviously, I know he had the first chance in the first rack and didn't take it, but
just look how spread these stripes are. So he plays a 12 now, and he'll run down to the bottom of the table where he's got 11, 10, 15.
yeah, probably needs to be a little careful on the back end of this finish that he doesn't do anything silly. So he's taking a few extra seconds just to plan this one out.
So Tom will want to leave himself just a slight angle on his 14 ball into the side pocket in a second, just to be able to guide the cue ball up for the 8. And that's absolutely bang on. We'll now draw this. Inch perfect once again, and the 8 simple into the corner, and that is 3 racks to 0.
Women's Open final.
Yeah, we've been playing on Savannah Eastern schedule today because her challenge on all 4 fronts.
It's I've been saying all weekend long, a tournament director's nightmare, and that still remains the case.
But fair play to her. I mean, just incredible. Even when I was younger, I don't think I could play for that long. I'd struggle with like 3 or 4 hours worth, but the whole day, I'd have been beat because fatigue would have set in somewhere along the line. I know she's very young and obviously loads of energy, but my word, that's still an achievement for anybody.
Yeah, just 15 years old.
Superhuman.
Yeah.
And especially if she goes on and takes down the women's title as well on top. I mean, that would just be, well, a story on its own. But the story at the moment of this final,
yes, you can be forgiven for feeling like there's only one person in this final. We've not really seen Joven at all.
Not since the opening rack, when you felt he was going to run the rack as well at the start, and he's basically been a passenger. And this is going to be 4 for top cap. We're so used to seeing this sort of thing in the UK. Tom running racks, plenty of shoulder into this. Watch this, look at that. He surely can't be dry again. He is, but the only saving grace is he's left the 8 right over that corner pocket. Cousins electing to try and just play safety. There's no real pot on for him.
just want to clarify. Mentioned a minute ago, it's a race to 7. It's not. It's a race to 8. Just want to go and double check that before I gave you all false information. We always have the Open final as a race to 8.
And Tom Cousins is halfway there. We saw a bit of this against Craig Waddingham, but it was 6-0 at the time when this broke out with about 15 minutes left on the match clock. So Tom was quite happy to just sit there, and I guess really he's quite happy to sit there now. 4 up.
Yeah, well, he's won 10 racks on the trot. He's absolutely,
of course, yeah.
He's going really well right now.
11.
10, 11, 12. It's 12.
Oh, you're going to say 12 now.
Yeah,
the last one against Savannah.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, we ran out of fingers in the commentary box. Apologies for that. It is 12, yeah. Won the final rack against Savannah, who got back to 6-5, and Tom ended up taking out a very good finish to win it 7-5, and then 7-0 and 4-0.
Savannah hung a 4 ball that was down in the corner pocket, and I was sat right behind it, and I can't believe the ball stayed out of the pocket. I have to say that, and she would have probably run that rack, and they would have been down there at 6 each. Tom managed to take out a very good finish at the end there.
There's not really any incentive for Tom to push the boat out here, because at 4-0 up, the last thing you want to do is make it easy for Joven. If he was to chase one and get it, fair play to him. Well, Tom has decided to throw his arm at one, and
Scratched.
that could be a big moment in the match.
You were just saying he was patient, he's not going to throw his arm. Off he goes.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom. Yeah. Still had the option there to go stripes, but chose to go solids. Yeah, and that's okay. It's going to work out for him.
You can just pop this 3 ball in the side pocket. The 4 goes in down into the bottom right, and the other 3 solids are sat there in a row, waiting to be potted. Okay. Looks like he's playing very quickly. Does he think that 27 minutes is not an awful lot of time to get back into this match?
Maybe just anxious to get something going. Match clock's not really a factor right now.
No.
So it obviously it can become one with race to 8 and 26 and change to play, but
he's okay. He can still play the 4 here. Just draw the cue ball back into the 13. If he just slides off the side of the 13, he'll leave himself on the 2. And that's good enough. So Joven Bustamante going to stop this run of racks from Tom Cousins. And it's going to be 4-1.
Joven needed to get on the board, and
Cue ball.
well, here we go.
The scratch. I mean, just look at the split he would have had if he could have controlled the cue ball better.
Yeah, slightly frustrated Tom Cousins goes back to his chair. And Joven eyes up the stripes here. I wondered if he was just outside the kitchen there. You've got to play from the kitchen, but he was adjudged to be absolutely fine. Essentially, the kitchen is the second diamond from the top.
No. Queuing behind the back. And that's good. Bustamante in prime position, and this is going to be 4-2. Down goes the 8. 2 in a row for Joven Bustamante.
Wow, nothing. Refuses to fall. Wow, does Tom have a ball on at all?
All I can see is a
I got a combination. Yeah. Got to be solids then. I suppose both sets have big problems, so what does Tom do? Normally Tom, if he doesn't like the layout, he is very controlled at just turning it over. He doesn't chase bad layouts very often. If he doesn't think he can break out the problems in the first shot or two, he very, very rarely chases. And it looks like that's what he's eyeing up here.
I think he's probably going to stick the 14 next to the 5 there. Make it a little worse.
Yeah, really. I wondered whether he would do that in such a way as to dangle the carrot, you know, do it more delicately and tie the 2 balls up on the side, leave the combo at the top, but he's just completely welded up Joben.
Joven's trying to make this ball in the side pocket.
I think Tom will be happy to see this.
Yeah, I do as well.
Excellent shot, by the way. That was an excellent, almost underrated by us in the commentary box there, but that was excellent. Any reason for the slight kind of feeling of that is just simply in how tough this layout is.
That's not a nice place to land. Can't come across for the 15 because the jaw's in the way. It's either the 11 or the 14.
The shame for him is that would have left him an angle to do some development work if he could have seen it, but he can't.
Can he get there now if he plays the
I don't think
11 ball into the bottom corner?
Oh, into the bottom corner, yeah. I thought you were going to say the side. He's almost barrel straight to the side. Oh, he's a little bit unlucky.
He
there.
is unlucky because he's hit that full in the face, and
yeah, anything but, and it comes out easily.
yeah, it's double kissed and just sort of stayed there. Now it's Bustamante's turn to try and play some sort of containing shot, which, well, I think Tom will put Bustamante in some pain here. Play off the 7 and try and chuck the cue ball behind the 1 and the 3. Or sorry, 1 and the 5, should I say. I think he tried to do that, and I think he played it a bit short. Or a bit thick. On the 7. I would say at this moment in time, Cousins is favourite for this rack.
Oh, how's the cue ball stayed in there?
Yeah.
I mean, not that it really helps Joven. If he could make this kick shot, he's not a million miles away from being able to have a shot afterwards. It's not going to work, though.
Ooh. Do you know what? I think I'd play the 6 and I'd take the combo on 3-2. You can have a go now without too much fear. He's still at the table, isn't he?
Yeah, Joven's not realised. that's fantastic.
Tom can afford a smile. Both of them having a bit of a giggle there.
Tom won't have wanted to make that. That's an error.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do that at all.
It's a strange situation here for Joven because every second that ticks by hurts him because we are in, deep into the second half of the match now, and he's as good a shot as this is. He's still staring 3 frames behind.
That's worked out so well for Tom Cousins.
Yeah, it really has. So what I'm getting at is that he's actually better off just losing it quickly than he is just dragging out because every second hurts him.
There'll be another safety coming.
Could be aggressive if he wants to. He's got ball in hand to leave himself an angle if he wants to attack.
Well, he could play actually if he wants to. He's played a 2 straight down and draw the cue back into the 3 and knock the stripe into the corner. He's playing the patient game. See, that's, I don't like that.
Has he left a bank on?
I don't think that will go past the 4 ball.
Strangely, better to foul without hitting it than to move it and open everything up. I mean, Tom still should have ball in hand to open this up if he wants to. It looks like he's got torturing Joven in his mind here because it looks like he's going to lock him up again.
Yeah, play the 1, leave the cue ball stuffed behind the 5.
And the reason being those 2 balls have gone off angle and they're not a good combination now, so he wants to tie them up, or open them up rather, so that when he does go, he's only got 1 problem to solve.
Yeah, Tom's not bothered about getting ball in hand. He just wants
that ball moved.
12 ball out of the way.
Yeah.
He's going to get ball in hand though, but it's still sticky.
Yeah. Do you go this time round? I think you probably do, but
I think now you've left there's a gap there that you might be able to get through to the 12. So
yeah, cushion first. If you hit the side rail first, you're guaranteed to be on a ball. I don't think there'll be a huge amount of pace in this. Just bump it a few rolls.
You could have played safe. You could have played behind the 4 at the top there. That would have been a decent safety shot. But
oh, he's missed this by miles. That's as poor a shot as Tom's played in a while.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
with ball in hand. Good news is he's still in complete control of this rack.
I don't think just tapping the 4 ball towards the pocket is a bad shot. I don't think that is a bad shot. Forcing Joven to just play the 12.
Decided to go. There's no point potting that ball if you're not going.
Is he just going to leave the cue ball behind the 8? With the 8 stopping him going for the cushion first. It's eaten up some time, this rack.
Yep.
And that will just be a loss of turn. Say Tom Cousins would have been happy to see that ball sit right on the bottom rail. Didn't want it to get in the way of where the path of the cue ball would be going.
It's not on his natural line though. It feels like it is. Has to widen it a little bit. Yeah, had to widen it. That's why he's not got close to his next ball.
Well, this is going to be 5-2. And the mini comeback from Bustamante will be over. And it is Cousins.
And I mean straight, like not a second off the table.
You can fly from the UK to Australia in that time, just about.
Dry break from Tom's. Hope for Joben. He's got to start getting a motor on here. I know that the clock isn't a major issue. 3 racks in just under 13 minutes, but that's to get back on terms. But does need to be mindful because of that last rack. Hugely important to win this one, of course, and they are all there, and he should win it.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, when he was at 27 minutes, he looked to be moving quite quickly. But now, with less than half of that, and he's 3 adrift, like you say there, it needs to be at a quick pace. Nice control there from Bustamante. It's a 5-3 coming right up. Yeah, just quicken the pace now around the table. Sticking with it. It's almost as if he's taking it in turns now, backwards and forwards with his breaks. He's certainly been successful there with that one, and that looks a very nice split indeed.
Balls rattling down everywhere. Has that opened it up nicely? It looks awkward. I mean, I know you can get above it, but I'm not sure if it goes in the side, and I don't think it goes up the table.
I'm not sure. I think it might be okay.
Yeah, well, he's going to get above it anyway, so it's not going to be a problem. He looks a little bit annoyed with where he's landed. Maybe a couple more rolls would have been better. Oh, it went in the side, so he was absolutely perfect.
That little bell signals 15 seconds a shot. Well, if he wasn't quickening the pace, Joven Bustamante, the clock will make him anyway. Then again, he's going to get within one of the cousins here, so all of a sudden, right back in this match.
Been impressive. It's been very impressive. He does get back within one. When he lost that long, drawn-out rack, you thought that was probably going to be the moment that the match was going to go, but he's hung in there, hung tough, and booming break makes a ball this time.
What's the leave like? Let's have a look now. Stripes, your colour combo at the top, 15 onto 11.
I like the one. I like solids.
Do you?
I do. You like the stripes?
I'm looking now because
I don't like the 8.
I've looked at that, but I'd still go stripes because I think 13 you can get behind the 8 from that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are right, and he's going to go stripes as well. There is enough room. Last time we had that debate with Tom Cousins, he went my way, he's gone your way this time, so there's 1-1. You get the sense he could go whichever way he wants and he'd still be a good favourite to get it, but he's got to get it.
You've not just made that up, have you?
Don't trust me, Tony, I was keeping count.
Okay, I always trust you.
I'm pretty good at counting to 2.
Well, up top next for Cousins. Like to be pretty straight on this 9 ball. That way you can guide the cue ball to leave the right angle, to play the 13 into the side pocket and sneak that cue ball right behind the 8 ball. He's actually looking to see if it goes past the 1.
I think you can make it. I was thinking that once he went stripes, I wondered if it went
slowly. Slowly down before the knuckle.
Using the red if you had to.
But I think he's just left that angle now to come back behind it and take it up into the top left. And that'll do him.
Oh, he's going to run the clock down for a few extra seconds as well, for good measure. In goes the 8 ball. 2 racks clear. As is Joven Bustamante, who needs a quick run out here, and he's got the opportunity for one.
Yeah, that's a tremendous.
Oh, it's a brilliant
look
leave.
At solids.
Yeah. This is exactly the leave you wanted at the right time.
Machine gun finish. Bang, 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 bang.
That flick could have hurt him if it was any thicker, but it's okay. I think he still would have preferred not to have it, but not that much damage done.
Very nicely done by Bustamante.
Good pace as well.
Yeah, made short work of these. Hanging in there. 6-5.
Tom Cousins has the break. And, importantly, a rack lead. And he's made a ball.
And he's nailed that break. And he has the one available.
This time I think he would like, stripes are without doubt the best set. So work, because he doesn't have an opening stripe.
The 15 might go in the side pocket, but it's getting on
He has
the next ball.
He has a good breaker ball, though. So it's not the end of the world to go solids. But he is going to go for the 15 in the side.
Wants to get on to the 13 next, then, down by the pocket. Unless he can, oh, no, he can. He can get straight through for the 12. Could even take 14, because I don't like the 9 and the 14 stuck together like that. So
yeah, the 8 becomes a problem.
unless he pots and draws straight into the 6.
Catches at half ball. Oh, not too full.
He's okay. He's got the
He sort
11.
of screwed through it, didn't he?
He's got the 11.
Yeah. So that's the work done. Now you just have to pot the balls.
So good at just getting to 1 second and potting. Never flustered. He's very nice on the 9 ball. Lovely control there from Tom Cousins. 2 balls away from getting on the hill.
Lovely run out this will be. First 2 shots did all the work.
Going to take the full clock with him here on this 8.
One away now for the Welshman.
A little break of about 10, 15 minutes.
Well, 3 minutes in a 3 minutes in a presentation.
That's right, yeah.
So this one needs to be quick for Joven. Now that he's made a ball, needs to be a quick run out here because there are no golden breaks in play. The only way to do this is to go back to back and get us tied up. Can't worry about the fact that Tom Cousins has the next break. All you can do is run these out, and he should. They are all there.
I think he needs to go faster.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, I think I'll be at the point where I wouldn't be chalking my cue. I'll be just playing them as quick as I possibly could.
He's going to leave a minute and a half, though, so he's going to leave long enough. You do feel like he could have shaved a few seconds off this.
So he's going to need Tom Cousins to either go dry or scratch from the break. He's done his bit.
Yeah, very good under pressure. And he's made a ball. In fact, he's made a couple.
He's got easy starters.
Yeah, there's balls galore to run through here.
Look at the stripes as well. And he's going to do the old extension trick, I'm sure. There it is.
Yeah.
And Bustamante can only sit and watch and know his hopes are fading with every second that ticks away on that clock.
I guess this is his only hope. If he misses something silly like this one, well, that's not going to happen.
Do you think Tom wants to get to the eighth frame, or wrap, shall I say?
He won't care one jot. He will not care.
He was close there.
Yeah. Well, he's missed. We've got
20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds and 2 dead balls on the right-hand side. And yeah, it's not going to happen here for Joven. He's going to give it everything he's got, but he's going to run out of time. Oh, he's very close to the 2 ball still be moving then when he played that shot as well. But we are down to the final couple of seconds. He now knows. And he even hits the ball as it's spinning. Yeah. He knows that the job is done. He knows that he can't catch it because Tom Cousins has won the Iowa Open title. The Welshman wins all around the world, and he wins another title here in the United States, this time in Iowa. Top Cat is top of the pile. Well, welcome back down to the arena. Time to crown our Iowa Open champion. It really was a brilliant final and another brilliant competition here in Iowa. And it took 2 great players to make a very, very entertaining final that went right the way down to the wire, down to the very second. And let's get a hand for both players. Before we hand out the trophy and get a few words with Tom Cousins, let's bring up our runner-up, Joven Bustamante. Joven, hard lines. A tough final you got going off to a slow start, but once you got into it, you took it as deep as you could.
Yeah. First of all, I want to congratulate Tom Cousins. He played good, so I'm hoping that I can play shootout, but we don't have enough time. So, yeah.
I feel like every time you come and play with Ultimate Pool USA, you get a little bit closer to winning the title. We absolutely thoroughly enjoy watching you play. It's an absolute joy to watch you play on the table, and we hope to get to see you back.
Yeah. This is my first time to play final. So until now, it's really hard because the time, it's hard for me. So I need to adjust every time. Yeah.
Long day, but a brilliant run through to the final. Congratulations on a brilliant performance.
So congratulations to Tom Cousins.
The runner-up, Joven Bustamante. Before we hand out the trophy, though, let's get a few words with our champion, Tom Cousins. Tom, congratulations. We've seen you win all around the world, but great to see you put together another performance like that here in Iowa.
Yeah, over the moon to come here and win the Open. Obviously, I won the shootout before, but never the Open. So, and especially to beat Joven in the final, I'm really happy.
You were pushed all the way in a few matches. It felt like the semi-final and the final were going to be the same, that you got off to such a strong start. But Joven came back strong, and you needed some good breaks and some good play at the end there to get the job done.
Yeah, obviously couldn't have asked for a better start. Joven's probably better at this game than I am. His cue ball's fantastic, and I just need a couple of big breaks and just use my potting. But yeah, I'm over the moon to get over there.
Yeah, another brilliant performance. I mean, you come over here, obviously we know what you do in the UK and how well it's going, but how much do you enjoy coming over and meeting new people, seeing different games, different players, and coming to great venues like this?
Yeah, it's, without sounding whatever, I don't really expect to come here and win. Like I said, I haven't got a cue yet. I just mainly come for the experience and just travel the world and come to great tournaments and great venues.
Well, it's an absolute treat to see you travel around the world and put on performances like that. Congratulations on a great tournament, and it's about time we got out the Ultimate Pool USA CEO Scott Ryan and the owner here at the Racks Billiard Club, Pat Serrano, to hand out the trophy to our champion, Tom Cousins.